Welcome, everybody, to tonight's Hangout. We do have an insane panel of just badasses making a lot of money on the internet, and not just making money, but impacting the world and changing people's lives. I was actually just thinking a little earlier today, my first job, and it's kind of a crazy story. My first job was flipping burgers at Mickey D's, and why the story is so funny, I was a vegetarian back then, but my job was flipping burgers, so just imagine how much I hated it. One of the reasons I hated the job, I had, like, before I started working, my skin was clear, and then probably due to puberty mixed with the grease traps from the grill, I had acne all over my face, and I was just so self-conscious, and I was so embarrassed, and back then I was introverted. But the crazy part of the story, my parents didn't have money to give me a car or buy me a car, not even a used car. So I said, you know what? I'm going to get a job working at McDonald's, and I'll just run to work because it was about a 45-minute walk, and it was about a 20-minute run. And back then I did Kung Fu and boxing and all that. So I'm like, you know what? I'll turn some lemon into lemonade, and I'll get my first job. And I got my first job. And the reason I got it, really, I wanted to buy a car. So I had to work for like 4, 5, 6 months. I don't remember exactly. But I was making $5.25 an hour. Then by the time they take out taxes, it feels like they're paying you peanuts. I don't know if anyone can relate to that, like you've ever had a job and by the time you get your paycheck, you're like, you kidding me? For the whole week? You know what I mean? That's how I used to feel. And now I'm just thinking about today, much different situation in my life. And the reason I'm sharing this story is to remind you that you're at right now where you're going, because the past doesn't equal the future. Today, like this week, I just had my first $30,000 week and made over $50,000 this month of February. And 1 year ago, wasn't even making $2,000 online and could barely afford to pay my rent, and I was struggling at an all-time low in my life. And I share this story to let you know how fast your life can change when you follow the right information and the right group of people. So I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope that makes sense. Who you model after is super, super important. I started being an entrepreneur online 6 years ago, modeling after the wrong people, and what happened to me? It set me back years and years and years, but I'm grateful to finally be at the right place at the right time with the right team and the right leadership that are going places, people that are impacting the world, changing lives, and to be a part of that, my friend, it's priceless. So I want to introduce our badass panel. Let's start with Mr. Alex Z. How's it going, brother? Let's see if you're unmuted over there, and he's all the way in Brooklyn.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear. How's it going today, dude?
Hey, I just found this cool spot. It's like right next to my building, and they got like all the sweets and treats, coffees, like teas, fruit teas, and like everything. So I'm like, hey, by the way, hey guys, welcome whoever is watching us. We have hundreds and hundreds of people out there on the internet land, and it's so awesome that you guys took your time to join us and hang out with us. You know, so you can see that we are real people. You know, we're just like. We're not perfect. We all have crazy stuff going on with our lives. Some of us are full-time, some of us part-time, and you know, you make the best out of what you have. I mean, and with the system that we have in place and the team in place and the program we're aligned with, it's a crazy ride, guys. It's a crazy ride. I mean, I've been struggling online for like 4 years. Tried everything under the sun, tried all different programs, MLMs, affiliate marketing, eBay, AdSense, you name it, I tried them all. And, you know, my success, I mean, I had successful months, but it was always like up and down, right? It was always like not stable. There was no stable income. And especially it's really hard to do something like that part-time because, look, you got kids, you got family, you got full-time job, you got a lot of responsibilities. And until Empower Network came along, like I said, I never was successful consistently. I always had a lot of you know, some good months and some bad months. So it's really what Empower Network allows you to do, guys. You can work smart, not hard, okay? And you can make full-time income from anywhere in the world, as long as you have your laptop with you, your internet connection. You could be in Costa Rica like Justin. You could be in a sunny California like Franco. You could be like Mike Hobbs, who just, luckily doesn't have to go drive those tanks anymore for United States Army. But I mean, I would part-time if they allow me to.
In Brooklyn.
But in any case, you could be anybody. Like you could be like you could be like Robert, delivering pizza, meeting his future wife. I mean, that was like ultimate hookup you got, bro. I mean, it's like I don't know how you do it. I think you got magical powers.
It was all in the food, man. The food.
I know it's in the food, man.
Best job ever, Robert. Until once you met your wife, then it wasn't. But best job ever.
Or you could be like you could be anybody. I mean, you could be a college professor. You could be a doctor. You could be a dentist. I mean, like now, like we live in Brooklyn, right? To make full-time income. Okay, I mean, it's hard to find jobs, right? Like my wife she lost her job. She went to like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of interviews, right? Really frustrated, like she got qualifications, she went to college, but it's impossible to find jobs nowadays. So, or maybe you're looking to start your own business like dentistry or something, like you want to become a doctor. Okay, so you went to school for like 8 years, more like 12 years. You racked up that credit card debt, I mean, the loans and everything else. Like you got $200,000 minus in your bank account, right? And now you have to, lease that office. You need to hire, dental assistants. You need to get those multiple insurances, liability insurances. And you'll be lucky if you break even in like 5 years and pay off those loans, right? It's no-brainer, guys. Here, like, we have something that works for anybody, whether you're part-time or full-time. And you can make, the sky is the limit. I mean, again, income disclosure statement to all the federal agencies that might be watching us. Your results might vary, but if you get focused and you follow along, you do what we tell you to do, you'll have results. It's all about being consistent. I mean, I'm making over $30,000 a month, okay, part-time, 2-3 hours a day, and it's just incredible. I mean, I have to pinch myself every day, really, because it's the way the system works. It's leverage. You get 100% commissions. Basically, it allows you to make guru money without being a guru. You don't have to know English perfectly. You could have a Russian accent. You could have a Japanese accent. You could have French accent. It doesn't matter. As long as you copy, you can send emails, you can drive traffic to your sales funnel, you'll get conversions. And we teach you guys how to increase your conversions, how to work smart instead of hard. So, I mean, I retired my wife. She's sitting right next to me. Say hello.
Hello, everyone. We're sitting at this fabulous cafe. Actually, just opened up. It happened to be. It opened up right next door to us. So now we don't have to sit in the car anymore because kids are asleep and we're hanging here having.
Awesome desserts.
Alex will be having the dessert right now. I'll be having some cup of tea. So it's really fabulous, guys. What it comes down to the bottom of it, really, is it's the will of power. It's how badly do you want it. It's just, it's simple. If you really, really, really badly want to change your life, you have to take action. It's just as simple as that. There's no mathematics behind it. That's what I'm going to say. And I'm going to pass it along to my husband.
It's all about power of decision, guys. I mean, you have to make that decision. You can make that decision anytime, by the way. There is a link below the video. And as we go along, as you listen to other leaders, make that decision. $25, nobody gets hurt. It's like pizza money, right? Pizza money. Pizza is not going to change your life. It will satisfy your hunger temporarily, but it's not going to change your financial situation. It's not going to give you that time back with your kids, okay, where you have to go to that job that you hate and watch your kids grow, go to swimming lessons. Luckily, I was able to watch my daughter today take swimming lessons, and it's awesome. It's like incredible feeling. While I was doing that, I made $1,500, okay? How cool is that? It's just crazy, guys. So I don't want to steal all the time. I want to pass along mic to my mentor, Franco, who we go back a long time ago. Franco, what you got to say, man?
Hey guys, I want to welcome everybody here and just tell everyone that I'm pretty ticked off right now. So I'm pretty passionate about stuff. So I'm actually going to kick it over back to Justin because I'm a little bit too ticked to talk right now. But I'll come out in a little bit and set the world straight in a minute. Justin, back to you, buddy. I'm pissed off, man. I'll be right back.
All right, man, no worries. Something I was thinking about a little earlier is the fact of how much money we make on the internet compared to, obviously, you compare it to a job. There's no comparison because, like, my first job, I made $5.25 an hour. Here, I'm having $3, $4, $5, $6, $7,000 days. And I would have never thought it possible until I surrounded myself around people making $1,000 to $10,000 in a single day, and now it's my reality. But back to like comparing what we do to a professional athlete. A professional athlete has to train at optimal performance their entire life. And it's a gift as well. They have to have good DNA and physical strength, and they have to work hard and have a strong will to get where they want to go. And a very small percentage of athletes actually make it to like the NBA or the NFL or the National Baseball League or whatever. So the funny part is like they can get injured in an instant, in a second, and their income is gone. Do you know how many athletes have contacted me that were once in the NFL and they got these inside jokes? They're like, Justin, do you know what the NFL stands for? I'm like, National Football. He's like, no, not for long, because a lot of our careers don't last long. But the ironic part is we have the opportunity to make more money without any education, without any special knowledge, without any special skill. I dropped out of college. I barely passed high school. I floated by with C's and D's. And I just want to get your take on this because you're pissed off, Franco, and I want to hear your take comparing internet marketing to anything else you've ever done before. Do you see anything even comparing remotely to being able to just step into something without any basic skills or knowledge or without having a fortune, and to be able to change your life around so fast as you see a lot of the people here on this panel that have transformed their lives so fast?
Well, it's a funny thought, because that's what kind of has me passionate today, is when you really realize and forget about all the the drama, forget about the BS, forget about everything else, all the hype and the sales pitches and everything that comes with this awesome industry, right? And with life in general. Let's think logically for just a second. Let's think and use reason and just logically go through it. If you track my story, I started in the military as a kid, and I saw that wasn't a future. I went to corporate America, and I was being corporate America'd to death. I laid that to rest on the last week's Hangout. Go to the replays on that thing. So that was not working for me, because not only was it way too expensive, it just, I mean, you're just not worth anything when you're a piece of paper called a job description. You can get replaced in an instant. I have a friend of mine. Let's just tell a little bit of a story. I got a friend of mine that just a few days ago, less than 5 days ago, I think whatever it was since Friday, it's always on a Friday, you're ready to go off for the weekend and you have plans. He lives in San Diego with his wife and his children. He's got 3 kids, one of them in kindergarten, every single one still in elementary school. He has to have had the best freaking corporate job ever in this economy right now. Inside sales, just servicing clients, in the medical field, supposedly the most secure field of all. Company car, he can use it for family reasons, unlimited mileage, unlimited gas, man, unlimited. Just boop, boop, swipe, just swipe gas in that sucker. And so company car, full benefits. You guys in corporate America right now, in the corporate world, anywhere in the civilized world, full benefit package, healthcare, everything. There was, look, $100,000 a year income for close to 10 years at the same location. High style living in San Diego County, Southern California is not inexpensive, right? Everything costs a lot of money down there. But that's the type of lifestyle they've had for years and years and years. Then out of the blue, there's no symptoms, there's no signs, there's no weird smell in the air. Everything is just rolling smoothly, no warning from his upline, right, from his bosses, nothing at all. All of a sudden on a Friday, out of the blue, he gets a layoff memo. A layoff memo. They're laying off their entire sales and servicing department. Everyone. Now, he's one of the lucky ones because he's been there so long that his last day of work is March 4th, and they're going to give him a little severance package and stuff. They're going to be cash flow okay for a little while. But, you know, the last story I had before that is Lawrence Tam was in the middle of a cushy job as well with no signs, no symptoms, no nothing. And I say that to say this. There's a lot of people out there that claim, they jump on Facebook and they jump on the comment threads and stuff, and they say that what we're doing is like risky and nobody makes any money and it doesn't work and that's a scam, and they defend this safe, secure system of being an indentured servant for some major corporation or some profession, some license that you have, right? So, but it can change in a snap, in an instant. You're done and nobody cares about you. And all that is said is, that's business. That's business, you know. And so that's one story from the corporate world. Then I jump into real estate. There's another fraction of this industry that runs around saying, well, oh my God, you know, you have to pay to get in that thing, $25. You know, what's going on? How come you guys do that, right? Well, let me take you, when I decided to finish with corporate America, Robert Kiyosaki and his books and Zig Ziglar and everybody, they were just kicking my ass to get out there and get into sales and learn free enterprise and become more entrepreneurial. You got to understand, like Justin, I was completely introverted, absolutely fearful of social situations with people, even with family members I hadn't seen in a while. I'd get cold and clammy and all kinds of stuff. Very introverted person. I was a bookworm. That's all I like to do, sit in my little corner of the universe and read a book. So I'm thinking, you know what, this corporate thing is going to kill me. Let me go set up a real estate business, right? Let me take you through the startup cost of a real estate business. This is somebody that's going all in, that's going to make full-time money, because there is no part-time when you need full-time income. Everybody know that? When you need full-time income to feed a family, part-time is not a freaking option. It's just not there. In whatever trade you go into, you got to go in to win when you need it, right? That was my situation, because you can't keep a full-time job and then sell real estate on the side. You're going to lose. So let's just go through the list here. I needed suits because I was wearing scrubs in corporate America in a medical setting. So I needed suits. So, you know, I spent about $1,000. Somebody out there is going to say, oh, you don't have to spend that much in suits. You overspent. All right, so let's say $500. Let's say you go like to the thrift store and you pick up a jacket off the rack that's hanging all the way down to your knees and dragging around like Peanuts characters, right? So $500 to look the part. Then you gotta order your lawn signs. As a realtor, you gotta have your own signs. You can't be out there with some ghetto signs that got holes in them and bird poop all over them. Who's gonna hire you, right? So you got to get your own signs. Those cost about $1,250. You guys writing it down? $1,250 plus $500. Then you can't be out there running people to see houses in some jalopy. You're not going to have any clients if you're rolling around in Scooter-Banger, right? So you got to have a decent car to run that kind of business, and that entails payment and insurance. And I was paying somewhere around $700 a month to get a sedan, 4 doors, and all this stuff just to run my business. Notepads, I had to get out there and canvass a neighborhood because I didn't have a list. Right? A lot of people come on the internet. I don't have an email list. You guys make money because you have a list. Well, in real estate, you have to create a list too. It's called your book of business. It's called your Rolodex, your database. You have to build it from scratch. Where do you start? Friends and family. And where do you start? Neighbors. You know, you get involved with the community. So now I had to go to, you know, this thing and that thing and that thing just because I was out there hunting for prospects, right? So you do that. Now your car and insurance, now your notepads, you're passing out little magnets or notepads. Those are $1,000 for a case of those things, and people don't like to sell you less than a case, right? So you do that. So that's another $1,000. We're up over like $3,500 already before we even get started. Then postcards, because we have to do marketing. You have to market so people can find you. So you pick a neighborhood and you shoot postcards with the Dodgers schedule, the Lakers, you know, the emergency room and the pizza shop and call here, little community guides on a postcard. to generate leads and offer a free report, similar to what we do on the internet, right? That cost me $1,000. Nobody was babysitting me on copy. I had no S1, just put my username at the end of the postcard, and then it was going to work for me. I had to test all that. And my first postcards, you ever get non-salespeople trying to create their own copy and they have no experience? You fail is what you do. So $1,000, probably the first ones were crap, so then I had to order another $1,000, right? And then we had real estate websites. The hosting and the admin fee on them were $75 a month. Why? Because predators prey on salespeople. When you're a professional salesperson, you assume this aura, right, Justin? You have to play the part, right, Robert? You have to look like a professional salesperson. When they see you driving a Lexus, wearing a suit, all nice and pretty, they're going to hammer you. You ain't paying $19 for no website. You're paying at least $100. You're getting the cheap one for $75. It's got somebody else's logo on it. So, you know, $75 a month for my real estate website that was not branding me at all. And then driving around and working all your Saturdays and Sundays at these open houses for other realtors where you're trying to scrounge the leads that show up, looky-loos, and then they take you to go drive around. I want to see some houses. So then you take them to see 5, 6, 7 houses, and they're not even serious about buying. They just want to check out the furniture in the houses because they're remodeling a bathroom or something, right? Completely waste your time. These are the things that you learn. So now we're up around $5,000 to $7,000 in expenses just before you even get started, before I even shot my first letter up, before I knocked on my first door. And then you come here and you can get money by getting started for $25, plugging in to the laundry list of resources and tools that our team gives you. We give you the content. I was at the training today with Mike Hobbs. He gives you the blog post or the idea so you can make their own, a video, swipe copy for an email, invitation email for Facebook so that you can get people here, Facebook apps, lead capture pages, email follow-ups, I mean a whole host of things. I have David Wood shooting out a professionally produced video every single night for my business at 8 o'clock. Matter of fact, the new one probably is sitting in my inbox right now. I can just put my username at the end of a link, go to Facebook where, you know, there's only like 1 billion people walking around on Facebook. I can shoot an invite to Facebook, post it on my blog, and send it to my email list that I haven't paid for in years because you referred to a couple of people and you're not even paying for your tools here. All these tools I had in real estate, if I didn't buy them, I didn't have postcards. If I didn't buy notepads, I couldn't recruit 3, you know, realtors and have them buy postcards, so my postcards were free. Yeah, I didn't have that like we have it here. You bring one person here and your entire overhead is pretty much free. So, you know, the thing about it is you're sitting on a gold mine right here. And usually on the internet, we hear the real, when you think about it this way logically and with reason, and you think back at the excuses people give for why you have to slave on the phone, why, you know, this doesn't work, go get a job. It's guys, it's pathetically hilarious is what it is. You're sitting on a gold mine and all you have to do is right here, we have 2 guys right now that are making more per month than 90% of America makes in a year. You know, Justin, you flip. We can honestly say with disclosures and everything, no guarantees, but you can honestly say you're attending an event where somebody flipped their yearly income, and you're probably making twice as much in a month now, Justin, than what you were making flipping burgers, flipping greasy ass burgers for minimum wage at McDonald's, right? Same thing with Alex. He's doing it part-time. He's making a full-time income every single month that the usual person that's arguing with us in corporate America is making in a whole year. So just got to get that off my chest, guys. To me, getting money with Empower Network, with Prosperity Team, it's common sense, guys. It's what else are you going to do? It's like you want to shoot yourself in the face, right? You're just shooting yourself by not joining. Click on the button, join, and walk the path with us, and let us show you how to get money smooth, fast, fun, socially on the internet, 100% commission with residual and passive income. We'll get into the details, but I mean, it's just, for me, it's a no-brainer because I've been everywhere else. Corporate America, sales, direct sales, MLM, it was all just slavery models. And now we got a freedom model. And that's the conviction that allows me to make a lot of money from home. It's just a belief that this is the best that I've ever seen ever. So with that, man, I'll kick it on back to Justin.
Yeah, that's so powerful. And having my first $30,000 week, calculating how much money I made in 2011, I just made more this week than I made in an entire year. So it just goes to show you what is possible, again, when you get 100% commissions, just like you can get watching this right now when you lock arms with us. Just hit the link right below this video, lock arms, so you can make 100% commissions. That's why our numbers are so high. We don't have to pay the guru at the top 50% of our income. We don't have to pay the MLM CEOs 40, 60% of our income plus 20 to 30% in breakage, so we can earn 5 to 10% of what we're generating. We keep it all, baby. So you actually have the same opportunity as if you were the guru that actually designed the blogging platform, designed the products, and you get all that for 25 bucks, as well as tens of thousands of dollars in team support, team pages, team systems, capture pages, swipes, daily assignments, daily webinars, which reminds me, I want to bring out my dear brother, the Grandmaster, Mike Hobbs, because he does a daily webinar for our team Monday through Friday, and Mike is a top income earner here with Empower Network. So personally, if I was going to learn from somebody, I want to learn from the people producing the results right now, and everyone here, including Mike, producing phenomenal results. How you doing today, brother?
Oh, I'm doing awesome. And, you know, I was actually thinking about, you know, some of the things that were happening to me. You know, we actually had, you know, our maid service come for the second time ever, you know, today, and then they cleaned up their house. And, you know, I ate every meal with my family today, you know, which is different from a couple years ago. I remember.
That's huge, Mike.
Yeah, every meal, guys.
Who gets
every
to
meal
do that?
Yeah, it's amazing. I've done a lot of things, and I was actually pondering this today. You know, I walked downstairs. I actually, you know, had a conversation with my wife. She was feeding the baby, and we were just like, you know, remember when Owen was almost born? Remember what we were in, that the place we were in? It was literally 2.5, maybe almost 3 years ago when Owen was born. I remember my wife was pregnant, and she was due any day, you know, and I had this webinar scheduled. And I remember we were struggling, literally. We were struggling. We started talking about this today, you know, where we didn't know if we're going to be able to pay the rent. We actually had a mortgage at the time, you know. We didn't know we were going to be able to pay the mortgage. And we had this baby on the way. This is our first kid together. You know, I have an older daughter with the previous marriage, but this was our first kid together. She's pregnant. You know, we're just sitting there. We didn't know if we were going to be able to pay the mortgage, and she's about to have this baby, and I have this webinar scheduled. Okay, I have this webinar scheduled where it's going to make me money. I know the webinar is going to make me money because I just believe. I've always believed in what we're doing, even when I was struggling, even when things were going bad. And that was probably one of the lowest points in my life. But we had this webinar scheduled, and she started going into, you know, the contractions and things like that. But we were so far to the point where we didn't have any money, nothing, that I had to do that webinar. And she waited till it was over before we went to the hospital to have the baby. And here's the deal. We made about $720 that night on that webinar through PayPal, and that got us through the next, you know, couple weeks. But the bottom line is, I believed that this business would work. I believed that we can make this happen. And our lifestyle now with the new baby, 3 months old, is a completely different. Completely different. We now have maids coming over. You know, we eat every meal together. I went on 6 vacations last year. Costa Rica and Bahamas were 2 of them. You know, we've made more money in a month than we've made in an entire year. Okay? I mean, there's just been so many lifestyle changes in my life because I believe that we can do it. I believed that I can do it no matter what happened. No matter what happened, I believed I can do it, and I didn't give up. So sometimes when people say, you know, I don't have any money to join, it's bull. We were $100,000 in debt. I had $500 to my name, 2 months behind on our mortgage, and we made it happen. And we made it happen. So there's no excuses. I can't take an excuse from anybody right now. Like when someone tells me they don't have the money, I call bull. I call bull. You know, because you can do it. You can find the money. You can do a webinar. You can invite people to this hangout. If you don't have money right now, join. Join tonight. Join right now and invite people to this hangout. Get someone here and make some money. Make it happen. Don't give any excuses. Don't let that hold you back, because you're better than that. You're better than that. So with that, I'll come out later, but back to you, Justin.
Oh, profound message, Mike. I think that a lot of people will really relate to that, because belief is the #1 determining factor to success, and it trumps everything. It trumps the bullshit. It trumps not having enough money. It trumps all the fear. You know what I mean? There's fear and there's love, and if you're living in a state of fear and lack, you're going to continue to attract more lack and more fear and more of what you don't like, versus changing that mental attitude and maybe saying, maybe I don't have any money, but I believe in what I'm doing, and I'm going to find money because I've been in worse situations. You know what I mean? Everyone's been in a worse situation. I look at some of the amazing stories of people on our team, like from people like David Gadici, who happens to be deaf for most of his adult life. He lost his hearing for 20 years. And when I see people like that get on stage and share their story of how they overcame adversity and now having their first $1,000 day and being able to afford an implant that costs $50,000 in their ear so he can actually hear for the first time in his life. I look at people like Christina Munoz, who has like a spinal disease, and she can't sit up straight for more than like an hour or two at a time without being in excruciating pain, and she's making over $30,000 a month here with Empower Network. And when I see all these people overcoming adversity, and I look at myself, and I have 2 healthy hands, I have 2 legs, I have a wife that loves me, I see how grateful I truly am for the situation. And even if I had nothing, understanding the laws of the universe, I would still show gratitude. Even if I had nothing right now, I would show the same gratitude that, you know, I have making, you know, over $50,000 a month, because we understand that belief is going to trump all the bullshit and all the adversities and just everything in your life. So thank you so much for sharing that, Mike. I appreciate you, brother. Next, I want to bring out my dear homie, Robert Mercado. Robert is one of these guys that just came on the internet, young man like myself, even much younger than myself. I'm not young anymore. I hit 30, but I still feel like I'm 22. You know what I mean? So, but nonetheless, here Robert comes along, because my story is crazy. I struggled for 5 years online before finally finding the right group of people and being at the right place at the right time and having all these things working in my favor so that the planets are aligned in my favor. Robert, he's never done online marketing before until just recently, but he was able to generate 6 figures in his first 6 months, and I want you to tell me why you think that was possible, where you see so many people struggle year after year after year. What changes with your situation, Robert? Why do you think you won from the very beginning? Was it your belief process? Was it your action? What exactly got you there?
Justin, glad to be here, man. Always a pleasure, and I appreciate everyone being here as well. My name is Robert Mercado, as you can see here, and great question, man. I mean, a lot of times we see someone, we see the success they have, and we automatically categorize them as a superhero or a celebrity. They did it because they knew this person. They did it because they had all of these skills. And we think of all these reasons why we can say it's okay that they had that success, but most of the time we're wrong. And I had struggles before I had success here. See, there's a lot of, you know, my life that everyone doesn't know. And there's a lot of other people's lives where you see the success and it looks all glory, but you didn't see the bumps in the road that they went through to get there. Perfect example, Franco Gonzalez, man. And this is why I appreciate him so much more and more and more. And the reason is because he went through so many bumps in his road. He went through, and you heard it, guys, all the different techniques, strategies you could have tried, and his success was due to him. It was overdue. So when you see the success that he's having as well, and I appreciate it, because like Justin said, he went through his struggles as well. He was looking for that right environment, those right people to connect with, that right program that he could join right now when you click the button below and get started. He was looking for that, and he finally found it. And I appreciate it. I'm here sitting down, and I'm so humble listening to everyone else, because it doesn't happen all the time where you get started with something and you find the right place, the right people, and the right opportunity. But if you're here on this hangout right now, you're lucky. And you know what? I say lucky, and everyone doesn't know the definition of lucky as well. See, lucky isn't just being lucky, how we all know it to be. Lucky is being in the right position at the right time because you deserve it. So there really is no such thing as luck. You'll get lucky when you put yourself in the right position, with the right people, with the right program, and when you deserve success. So I started about a year ago, year and 2-3 months, and I worked at a diner, and we were joking before the hangout when Justin and Franco, we jumped on, before the hangout started, and it was a good job. I mean, I liked it. It was pretty cool. It wasn't a job that I didn't like. Like a lot of people who may be on the hangout, or, right, Franco, there were positions that we had as jobs we didn't like. We were just like, why the F am I doing this? And now I'm so grateful because we've come a long way. Mike Hobbs, I appreciate you too, man. And God bless you, with fighting it through, as simple as it may be, staying on that webinar. That must have been a killer feeling. And I appreciate you, man, because you actually touched me with that too. Because there's things in my life too where the steps I took to get where I am, I tell Allie, I'm like, let me just do this let me just do this. And don't get me wrong, she understands as well. But sometimes, it's a little, we're a little off the page, and I can't even compare it to the situation that Mike brought up. But God bless you, man. I appreciate that. And you know why I appreciate it? I learned to appreciate other people's struggles. I learned to appreciate my own struggles, because you have to celebrate your struggle. See, the reason why you have success today is because of all the struggle you went through. So why would you be mad at the struggles? Don't get me wrong. At the moment when shit doesn't go right, we're like, shit, I wish things could be different. Why does it have to be like this? But like Justin just mentioned, it's not an accident. He made more in a week, this week or last week, than he did his last year or a year in his job when he was working. It's not a mistake. He showed gratification. He appreciated his success, his struggle, to get the success he has now. So he just carried that through. And that's the same thing I did. So what am I saying here? Appreciate where you are right now in life, because we always want to get to the next level. We always want to have another goal to hit. We always are going to have more success that could come our way, but we will never get the success unless we appreciate where we are now. And I know sometimes when you hear that, you're like, Rob, stop the bullshit. I'm mad and I'm all of this. And listen, I've been through that as well. We're all human beings. That's why we do these hangouts. It's not to just hang out, even though that's cool. It's to show you we're real people, ordinary people that have extraordinary results. And the reason why we have those extraordinary results is not because, like I said, we have superpowers, even though some of us do, like, SEO Jesus, we always mention. But, and I'm only kidding, but the bottom line is that you can be anybody. And I love that Franco brought this up, and I think Alex, you touched up on it a little bit too. You can be anyone and have success here. How beautiful is that? Like, let's think about this. Look, if you go to corporate America, you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, that's beautiful. That's great. If you love to do that, that's awesome. But you have to look at both sides to life. You have to look at time, and you have to look at money. And listen, we need both in life, which is great. But a lot of us have a whole bunch of time on our hands, and we're broke. And a lot of us have a shitload of money, but we got no damn time. right? And the thing is, when you can actually have both, when you have both, that's awesome. You know, people tell me, you know, Robert, money is not everything, man. You're right. It isn't everything, but it's food, shelter, and freedom. And that's a lot for me. I'll tell you the truth. Yes, it can't buy love. It can't buy some stuff, but we need it. And you know what? It's not the money we're going after. It's utilizing money as a tool to get us to where we want, to help other people to get where they want. See, we do these big events with Empower Network, right? Well, it costs money to have these events, you know, and we have to become successful. You need to become successful, and I'm being a little straightforward with you because your success is overdue. You should already be having success. See, if you started with Empower already, you should be having success right away. See, it doesn't need to take you the 2 to 5 year plan or the 5 to 10 year plan. And I'm so blessed and humbled to be in this environment, in this program, to have the quick success that I had. Because you know what? Success loves speed. Get used to hearing that. Success loves speed. Success loves speed. Keep telling yourself that because it doesn't have to take long. Whether you're young like myself and a bunch of other people in the hangout here, or you're an older individual, it doesn't matter. Whether you have your sight to see or your hearing to hear, regardless, you can still make it here. We have people in the company that are succeeding with those disabilities. So appreciate where you are, folks, because if you don't appreciate where you currently are, it's going to be hard to grow. It's going to be hard to get to that next level. And the more you appreciate it, the more success will come into your life. Click the button below the video. Guys, we don't need to sell you, convince you, or tell you why you need to get started. You know the answer why you need to get started. You know the reason why you need to get started. And the reason is whatever you tell yourself when you say, what do I want to accomplish in life? My dreams, how can I reach those dreams if I really wanted to? Because we all have dreams when we're younger, don't we? We all believe in Santa Claus, right, when we're younger, and I still do. Don't make fun of me. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is we have all these dreams, we have all of these things in our life when we're younger, but what happens? Society tells us that's not real. Forget about that. You can't make it. You won't do it. Why would you try something like that? $10,000 a month? $20,000 a month? He must have done something illegal for that. You know, all of these thoughts, all of these things that come into our life from society, what happens when we get older? Don't we stop believing our dreams are possible? Like, I got into that a little bit. My dreams, I stopped believing they were possible. And you know what I want to say to society? Well, I can't say it. Well, actually, I can't say it. Fuck you, you know? And the reason is, no, I'll tell you the truth, guys. Listen, this is real talk. This is locker room talk. We don't have to be someone we don't want to be. We can be ourselves here, and that's the beauty. And society does that to us in the beginning of our life, in the middle of our life, and for some of us, our whole lives. But we have a decision. We can make that decision to just get started, change our life, allow ourselves to control our own life, allow ourselves to create our own schedule. My wife and I today, we went to a tiki bar, you know, just to chill out. And it was freezing. We were eating some food. And I was like, babe, I can't enjoy the food. It's freaking cold. Like, we're in Florida, and we're right by the water, though, by this tiki bar. And the breeze was so freaking strong. I'm, like, trying to eat my chicken. It's like all over. I'm like, oh, we got to go. But why I bring that up is because we can do what we want when we want to. And it's not because we're better than anyone else. It's because we made a decision to get started with something that allowed us to do that. You have that same decision. Don't let society run your life. You own your life. You own your own schedule, and you deserve success. So get started, guys. Appreciate you.
So well said, Robert. We appreciate you, brother. You're just a valuable asset to our community. Every single leader on this panel, I just want to say I appreciate you all so much, because what we do here is we offer all our leadership all in one place, and we are the Prosperity Team, and the support level that you have is unparalleled to anything I've ever seen in the industry. So there's no wonder when people lock arms with us and they make that decision to run with us that they have success here, because not only are they working with you, Robert, or working with Alex or Franco or Jabril or Mike or Robert or the MLM Jesus Troy at the end, they're working with all of us, and not just us. They're working with our entire team, and we just so happen to have one of the most biggest badass teams inside of Empower Network, and that's why people just need to lock arms with us. I want to bring out my dear homie who came and visited me recently for the End of the World party, and we had a great time. I'm actually in Medellin, Colombia. He lives out in, I believe, San Diego, and he flew down here with his beautiful girl, Melissa, just to hang out, because one of the cool things when you start to create wealth and things that you never had before, you can do things you've never been able to do. And one of those things, I just want to chill with friends and do cool shit. I don't want to just like go to their house and eat dinner. I want to like go to a new country and explore life, because I believe the entire world is our home, not just this little location in this little city in this little town in this little house, and I can't leave this area because that's my home. No, this entire earth is our home. We just need the resources to explore our home and go back home and visit our people. Do you know how enlightening it is visiting different cultures from all parts of the world? Do you know how enlightening it was when I visited Haiti and got to see a different part of the world I was never exposed to? You know, people never told me the truth on television of how it really is. I had to, you know, discover it for myself by experiencing it. But if I didn't have the resources, I wouldn't be able to do none of this cool shit, and I wouldn't be able to travel the world. I wouldn't be able to hang out with my dear friend, you know, the SEO Jesus. In case I drowned, he'd be able to resurrect me like Lazarus or, you know, David would. But nonetheless, come on out, brother. I appreciate you so much. How's it going?
Yeah, everything's going great. I'm happy to be here, happy to be with all you guys, and just you know, just sharing just this sense of belonging amongst us, whether it's on the chat, whether it's on these hangouts. It's just a breath of fresh air for me, you know, just to kind of piggyback off what everybody's saying, just to kind of share my story and what everybody was saying. Like, my first job was when I was 8 years old. I actually grew up on a farm, and so I was the one guy who I always thought, like, why am I the only one working before I'm even 10 years old? And I had to work every single day. I had to get up in the summer earlier than I did when I go to school just to be on the farm to work. And so for me, when I first stumbled across this entire industry, it was just like this, not even a light bulb. It was just like I literally left my old thinking habits away, and I just like adopted a completely new me. You know what I mean? It was like for me to grow up around a farm life, and it was nothing but physical labor. It was nothing but hard work every single day of the year almost, after school or even sometimes before school, depending on the situation. But definitely every single day during the summer, I was working on the farm, doing all kinds of crazy things in the Indiana weather. So just to kind of bridge that into what I started doing online, it was just something that I just felt I could do. I could express a different side of me that I didn't know that was there. And then it's like, when you could start aligning yourself with individuals such as you guys on the panel, such as everybody watching this, because if you're watching this, then you have that same vision or belief in yourself, and we all need to come together and help bring it out in one another. Like every single person on this panel, I've shook their hands multiple times now, and they've all helped uplift me in multiple ways that you can't put a monetary value to it, because it's so powerful to really help uplift somebody, their psychology, their mental, their emotional just status, if you will, their position in life. And for me, it's when you want to become a leader, you have to position yourself or surround yourself with that. And to be a leader, the best way you're ever going to reach that first $1 million benchmark in your life, or your first $1,000 benchmark, is not only believe in it, but it's like surrounding yourself in your environment. And that's what I did when I came out here to California. Like, I worked so hard. I actually played college basketball. So the only way I actually got out of the farm life was to literally play basketball. That was my ticket out of my little farm life cage, if you will. So I literally played basketball every single chance I got, so I didn't have to work on the farm, because that was like the only way my dad didn't or allowed me not to work on the farm was to play basketball. So I adopted a love for basketball, worked extremely hard for it, but then I got hurt. And so literally, if you guys could picture, if I could just share a little story, it was back in 2005. I had my second major knee surgery on my knee, and it was about a month after my surgery. I was still in crutches, still had my cast on, and the doctor said it was the worst knee he's ever saw, just to give you guys an idea. But anyway, I was back rehabbing at the gym, and my assistant coach was trying to get my trainer into a little MLM deal. He was pitching him on the sidelines. I'm helping running the scoreboard for the fellas and everything. And he's over here pitching the trainer, trying to get him into some business, trying to get him to a hotel meeting. I'm over here just eavesdropping, doing my rehab, whatever. I thought it was the stock market. I had no clue what was going on. And so I ended up going to this meeting because I'm just like, I'm just hearing it while I'm helping everybody to practice. And so I go there, and it's just like, okay, I see I was actually Eric Worre, which is something I kind of want to touch on tonight. It's kind of really funny to see David Wood and his similarities with Eric Worre, and that's kind of how I got started. And just to share you a little story, when I first heard David Wood, I thought everybody was describing me. They were talking about some kind of tall, skinny, long-haired dude, didn't really shower much, kind of made money and kind of lived in the mountains. And I was just like, are they talking about me? But nobody even knows me out here. So, but I mean, just to share, it's just kind of a funny parallel. But I met him, and I just to share another quick story. When I went to Atlanta, we were wandering around the hotel trying to find out where the first meeting was. And I had like 2 different people, I kid you not, come up to me and say, "Hey, Dave, how are you?" And I was just like, "You got the wrong guy." In Austin, the hotel bell service or whatever would come up to me and say, "Mr. Wood, your cab's here." I'm like, "No, it's not me." I don't know. Anyway, but just to, so this industry, and if you will, like, so I was always able to kind of learn my craft, if you will, but it was a very isolated and just very quiet industry. Like, yeah, I was able to make a lot of money, but I didn't always able to share that success or be around like-minded people. And that's what Empower Network for me, you guys talk about the $25 and just making that decision to get in for $25. Make a decision to run with people that are extremely successful, that want to bring the best out in you and give you that sense of belonging I talked about. For me, you guys, I didn't need the encouragement like, oh, this might work for me. Oh, this might be a good thing for me to position myself. This was more about aligning myself with people that are going to bring the best out in me. And you guys have done that on even if you haven't intentionally done it, just by being who you are and sharing your stories and like being in the same industry, if you will, the same niche, same focus. It gives you a much different, wider perspective on people are, we all are unique in our own way, but we're all at the same. We're all like figuring out this thing we call life. It's the game of life, the gamification of how it's time, it's people, it's relationships, and then it's business and money. It is what it is, but the point I'm trying to make is when you can have that sense of just not security, but it's a sense like you belong. And if you belong at the $25 level right now, that's where you belong. And we're going to help you progress to the 100, the money levels. I didn't get into this to make money because I could do my little money things, if you will. I got into this for the community and the movement and to uplift everybody around me, because for the first time, I feel like I could put somebody into a business that they can actually succeed in, because now I can actually take them. They actually have framework that I can start crafting and molding and saying, okay, do this for a little better results. Like I have people on my team, like if you go look at their first blog post compared to 2 weeks later, it's like, who is this new person writing the blog post? Because they actually have something that I can go on and build, and then they learn that. So what took them 2 hours the first time now takes them 20 minutes. Now they can learn something more advanced and start building on that by being consistent and taking that action that we're always speaking on. That's what it is, because if you can start to be productive in your life and you start realizing that you have every second of every day to really do whatever you want, or that's the direction you're trying to go, you just start doing all the right things where you're just, it's a complete, like you're just control of every single one of your cells. I'm talking like the trillions upon trillions of cells. You're actually in control of those. They're not running all over the place. They're not all conjugating and getting stagnated and being stuck, and everything is just slow and complacent. Everything is on the on a regenerative state of being, if you will. And that's when I moved out here. I was kind of when I was talking about Dave being on the mountains and making money, it was like I always knew how to make money, but I could never find the right people that were just like either didn't have money or that just understood what I did. And so I just kind of, not that I ran from it, but I ran to the sun more or less. But what I did was I came out here and I was like, I'm just going to make my money, and then I'm going to literally see how I could structure my day every single day. I live out here. I have like 3 neighbors, but they're never home, and they're all over 60 years old. So I literally have more lizards running around here than anything. But with that being said, what I could do now is structure. I literally have just taken my days, and it's like, what do I do with my days? Am I refreshing my emails, or am I stepping in a batter's box with the complete state of focus and just like regeneration, if you will, of what it is I'm building, because I'm picking up where I left off yesterday, and I'm never doing anything tired, if you will. You know, it's like the first thing you do when you get up, you have to sleep well, and the way you sleep well is by taking care of everything that you need to take care of and having a vision of where you're going, knowing that you're not going to get from A to Z without getting to A to B right away. So you've got to take that first initial step and take those small steps. The small permanent steps will lead to long-term success, if you will. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't really know what I'm trying to say. I'm just kind of talking. I'm on a medicine ball. I was actually talking to Aki. I'm just all over the place. And he was like, man, my back's hurting. I got to do this. Like, man, I do every single day I do 3 things for my back. I stretch, I get on the medicine ball, I inversion table. And that's what I mean by structuring my day, because I realized, okay, if I'm going to have all of this lifestyle freedom, I'm going to have this, you know, money where I'm not on someone else's time, I'm not taking someone else's orders. What is it I could do every single day that eventually I can put into a little structured information, or I could just surround myself around people to get out a message? And I believe that's what Empower Network is for each and every one of us. Like every single one on this panel, they have all shared their story to a mass amount of people now just by being themselves and by always trying to work on their self-growth, work on personal development. Like Robert Mercado, for example, you just heard him speak, and I can't even top anything he said. And he started in this industry a year ago, and now he's auditioning to speak on one of the biggest stages in this entire industry. He's asking if people want him on stage, and he's in the top 5, I think I saw. And this is a guy that just a year ago didn't even know this industry existed online. You know, look at Mike Hobbs and what the story he just shared. Justin, the same thing, have an astronomical amount of numbers and success just by being consistent, just by improving on everything he already knows how to do, but he's improving upon it. See, it's like what I talked about last week, that your standards change here, you know what I mean? Like for a while, we were trying to get one person. Like in November 1st, to give you guys an idea, November 1st of 2012, we had 66 people personally sponsored. Today it's like 300 plus that. So for a year, it took us to get 66 people. In the last 3 or 4 months, we got 300 people just because we started raising our standards and raising our focus about what we want to do. And everybody here, anybody who's watching this, you just have to understand that you have a place of support here. I mean, you're literally on a website that is leveraged leadership. And what that means is, if you want to become a millionaire, the best thing you could do is recognize talent and utilize it to your advantage, to where it helps everybody involved. And that's what every single person is doing, investing their time in you, because we all can make money and we can all enjoy our little time, you know, apart. But when we come together, it maximizes everybody's ability to bring out the best. And I mean, you heard Franco's story, and you just want to join again if you're already in, because it's so powerful to know what people know now, or what they went through to get to where they are, and what they have in front of them is the same opportunity that all of us have. So I don't want to keep rambling, because I could probably talk for a while, but that being said, I just feel like you have something in front of you that just allows you to maximize your ability, even if you don't know what your ability is. If you just take that consistent action, we will help bring it out in you, especially with the things coming, especially with leveraging the leadership that we're about to bring to the table. I couldn't be more excited, and I just finally feel like I have a home and people to run with, so that's why I'm here. So happy to be here, fellas.
Thanks for blessing us, Troy, and I just want to congratulate you. I was just looking at the leaders chart in the back office, and currently free in total member signups in the last 3 days, and we have over 90,000 affiliates, so that's a big deal. The talent that we have on tonight's panel, some of the most talented people I've ever surrounded myself around. No wonder I'm having the success I'm having. It's not due to my talent, I'll tell you that straight up. Just being honest with you, is because the people I surround myself around people with greater talents than what I have, and therefore it makes me better, even though I'm just little old me, you know, by myself I'm nothing, but with my team, you know, we can accomplish anything together, and that's why we keep marching forward. So I appreciate you, Troy. Next, I want to bring out my homeboy sitting across the table from me, my homie Jabril. He decided he's been a vagabond for the last 3 years, traveling around the world, and if people ask him, they ask him all the time, like every day, like, where do you live? And he goes, wherever I want. And they're just like, no, but like, where do you, and he's like, no, seriously, for the last 3 years, I just travel the world. I live at 5-star resorts and badass hotels in Thailand, and I just do what I want to do. And I just think, I started modeling after that, actually. I've known Jabril online for like 5 years. I've been following him and his videos and so forth, and it inspired me to, you know, leave my home of Florida and actually go to Costa Rica. I've lived in China. Now I'm living in beautiful Medellin, Colombia. Jabril and I, we just went to Haiti. We just got back. We're going to be going to the beautiful white sand beaches here in Colombia, and we're just living like rock stars, just because we can and because we want to, because we can. I don't know if that makes any sense, but what's up, Jabril? How you doing today, homie?
I am doing good. Let me unmute myself. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, man. I apologize for being late. I saw this beautiful young girl on the rooftop. True story. Like, I mean, it was about a week and a half ago. This most beautiful Colombian girl, she spoke like perfect English. I was like, hola, ¿cómo estás? And long story short, yeah, we just went out for like lunch and dinner, you know, just out the whole day. And I was like, oh shit, hang out, time to come back, time to make that money. So now we're back here. And being serious though, this community is literally like nothing I've ever seen before. And most of you guys don't actually know me, and you don't hear my name out there, is because I'm not like officially in EN, but like Justin sitting across from me is my partner, and I drive like the traffic, like I'm the chocolate traffic man behind the scenes, and we've just done some incredible things together in the last year, and Justin's helped me raise my standards. Before I was like, okay, you know, 100 leads in a day, and that was enough to make things happen. Now it's like, if I'm generating 300 leads in a day, I'm like, damn, man, only 300 leads today, man. We only made like 6 sales, man. We got to get up to like 10. And like, that's true stories. Like, we're checking AWeber, like, damn it, man, we only hit 350 today. And like Justin likes to say, like I said, like, is, you know, the old highs, you know, become the new lows. And it's actually from one of my favorite rap songs. And then so I told him that. So rap influences a lot of stuff around here. But it's so true. And like my own, like just to see Justin too, like, I mean, I can't say enough about Justin. I've known Justin, like he said, for 5 years. 5 years I've known Justin. And what straight up inspired me, because Justin has been wanting to work together for a while, and I'll let you know what inspired me to work with Justin, because I'll let you know some people kind of get the story confused. Even before I started working with Justin, he cracked his first $26,000 a month before I even started working with him. He was hustling, grinding, doing it all. And I'm just sitting back on Facebook. You know, I'm on Facebook all the time. I don't normally say much, but I'm seeing Justin say, $1,000 today. I'm like, $1,000 tomorrow. Next day, I'm like, what's this Empower thing? Like, I was like, I know Justin. Like, I know the numbers he's been doing. And I was like, next week, I made like $2,000 today. And I was like, let me tell you, numbers talk, and they make you pay attention. And it's like, and I was like, man, I got lucky. Let me sit back and watch another couple of weeks. He's like, yeah, I just did like $20,000 this month. And I'm like, yo, what? This Empower thing, this little $25 thing that everyone's talking about, like, and everyone's like, nah, that's not gonna last. And then like, I'm a numbers guy, and I'm like, Alexa ranking. You guys know what Alexa ranking is? It was like 800, the 800th most visited website in the world, like at that time, and now it's like the 500th most visited website. If you can understand and fathom how crazy that is, to people that just like numbers and study things, they're like, what are they doing? Like, they're trending with like Dancing in the Stars, the Emmys, the Grammys. Like, internet companies, like little internet things, don't do that. And that's when I knew it was like the real deal. And then they started processing so much money they couldn't even like actually process it. And I'm like, yo, it's a problem when you're making too much money, you can't even process it. And so it really made me pay attention. But what really got me about this community, because I've actually been in this industry, the direct sales, network marketing industry, since 2004. And I've seen a lot of companies go. I've seen a lot of BS, and I lost my complete belief in the industry. Like, I've always been a blessed, basically talented marketer, and I've known a lot of things. But the industry, I mean, I literally lost faith. Like, I saw people joining businesses, and I knew before they even joined, they really didn't have a real shot at succeeding. And when you have that, like Troy was saying, when you sleep easy at night, you can't sleep easy at night when you're bringing people into a business. You can't look them in the face and say, this is the real deal. Like, you couldn't sell that to your mother. And for me, that's the difference about Empower. Like, I could say, Mom, like, this Empower Network thing is the real deal. Like, yo, like my boy Dean, who I've known since like 15, I'd be like, yo, Dean, like, this is actually something viable that you could do. A lot of those businesses, I was like, no, don't touch that shit. Don't go that way. Like, and it's the most refreshing feeling to have something that was real. And like, new people, I don't think you can understand it fully unless you've been through like the pain and the struggles a lot of us have been through. But if you have, like, you know what I'm talking about. But if you're new, just take my word. There's nothing else like this. Like, I promise you. Like, I raise my hand. There is nothing out there like this. And you can tell by the quality of individuals that have been attracted to this company. You're seeing people like Mike Filsaime, who you see in the top of the week. If you knew who Mike is, like, if you would actually told Mike like a year ago he'd be in the Empower Network, you'd be like, hell no, no way. And it just speaks to the credibility of what this company is about. And there's so many other quality individuals being attracted to this company because, number one, it's very transparent and they show the numbers. A lot of other companies don't show the numbers because they're not doing the numbers that they perceive and talk about to do. When people talking about them making 40 grand a month in another company, I won't say any names, it's like they made 40 grand like 5 months ago and they haven't made it since. Here, when people say, like when Justin say he made like 30 grand in the last 30 days, you can log into his back office and see he made 30 grand in the last 30 days. And like, I'm just sitting across from Justin.
Last 7 days, bro.
Yeah.
He just gave him a pay cut.
I'm sitting across from Justin, like I'm sitting across from 30,000, a week, 30,000 a week. Like, I got friends in the NFL who don't even make 30,000 a week. Like, so, I mean, it's just insane. And to know where Justin came from, like when you hear that, I think it goes through people's heads. Like, he was struggling to pay his $450 rent just 9, maybe 10 months ago now. That's where you can go. And the big difference is, the biggest problem I see for people when they get started in a home-based business, a thing on the internet, they don't treat it like a business. And if you want business results, treat it like a business. Go out and actually, you know what it costs to like buy a franchise? Do you know what it costs to buy a business? Go for businessforsale.com and check out the gross revenue, net revenue, and find out for a business that's making $100,000 a year, see what it costs to buy. Like, I do that kind of stuff because I want to see what the comparisons are, and there really are no comparison. And like they say, results will vary, depending if you're going to treat your business like a business or not. And Justin treats it exactly like a business. He has an assistant that does things, but he didn't always have that. He scaled up. He basically has an advertising department. He has all different, because he's treating his business like a $20 million a year business. His goals are not, the company's process, 20-something million. Like, that's the kind of goals he has for himself, because he's trying to treat, not even trying, treating his business like a business. And what Troy said earlier was raising the standards. You know what's so amazing about this community? It's like having a sparring partner. Like, you get better every single week. Like, when we started marketing together, we're like, oh my God, 2 a day. Once we get 2 a day, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. And it was. The results were absolutely amazing. But now it's like, if we get 2 a day, we're like, damn, man, we're about to slide off the leaderboard. And our standards have been raised to a level where it's like, if we're not getting the new standards, it's like, yo, can we get 2 pass-ups a day? you know, that is the new standard of like where we're putting our mentality so we can inspire other people to say, okay, 2 a day now for us, then we're trying to go to 4, and we're trying to lift people up with us. Because when me and Justin are sitting, we're like, damn, what's the cause on the team? He's making this money, he's making this money. And when we're lifting up that, you know, we're raising ourselves. And there's nothing better when we can have new testimonials on the team, because that's when you know you're doing your job right and your team's winning. Because there's nothing better when your team's winning with you. You know, it's like started from the bottom, now we at the top, and the whole team's still with us. And like that's, you know, that's the motto. Like the whole team. Like I can't wait to see so many more success stories. And that's really what I have to say. I mean, raise your standards and treat your business like a business, and consistency. Don't say, okay, Monday, I'll play some ads, I'll do something. Oh, the kids, you know, have soccer practice and I can't do this. I can't run my business on Tuesday. I'll do it on Thursday when I have some time. And that's seriously how people treat their business, and they expect to have business results. You're not treating your business like a true business. If you want business results, treat your business like a business. And like that's probably the best advice I have, because when people do, it's just like it's almost impossible to fail when you consistently take action every single day, not just when you feel like it or it's convenient for you. It's like, for me, when I started, I was like, there is no other way. I have to succeed. I'm not going to that regular world. There was no like, oh, if this doesn't work, you know, like this work, I don't eat. And that's the kind of decisions that, you know, I had, you know, I was dealt with. Because for me, there was no other way. I mean, I'm either going to make it or, like 50 said, I'm going to die trying. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's either success. Because, I mean, I swear to God, like I say this, I'd rather live like elite, actually, or at least trying to go for what I'm going for, versus just like, okay, like tiptoe through life and like safely make it to death. Like, oh man, I can't do it. I'd like put a bullet in me now. Like, that's just not the way to live for me. It's either all or nothing, and that's it. I don't want to go on too much. I just appreciate this team, and like everyone on this panel. 5 minutes, I got you. They just inspire me. There's not a person on this panel right now that has not inspired me in some way to, you know, raise my standards. I was talking earlier to Justin. I was like, man, I can't wait. I was talking about a trip. I was like, yo, man, SEO Jesus, man, we got to go to like Philippines this summer and stuff. Like, and I just can't wait to have like all of us out there and just have people saying, damn, I want to join that crew too. And the thing is, there's space. Like, all it is an event. We met at an event. Everyone starts as nobodies. Everyone starts as nobody. But the difference is the people that treat their businesses like a business. But, man, back to you, Justin.
Cool, man. Good to meet you.
One real quick. I just want to
jump badass, brother. Just want to say how much I appreciate you and everything you do for us as well. Now we're open, man. Let's just have a mastermind here. Oh, Mike, you want to come out, pop out, brother? Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I think we have a delay. I love those delays, don't you? But anyway, I just wanted to jump out here because when Jabril was talking about, you know, the people who are getting results, the testimonials on the team, you know, this is what really excites me about Empower. You know, I've been building a lot of different businesses, you know, all over the place. You know, we've done the 2x2s. You know, we've done the high yield investments. We've done the gifting things, you know, we didn't know they were scams, you know, when we first started, right? You know, we've done so many different things online. I can't even, you know, name every single one because you'd be like, what the heck? But the bottom line is I have never, in everything that I've ever done, I have never had anybody make a 6-figure income in my downline, ever. Like a 6-figure income. And I actually got some emails today, and you know, Kevin, for example, Kevin Souza made $1,500 today. So congratulations, Kevin Souza. Franco, he's made, I mean, I don't even know how much you've made, man, but you know, he's made like 6 figures in the last, you know, probably 6 months or whatever, right? But yeah, I mean, it's been incredible having Franco, my original mentor, you know, working with us. And he's made multiple 6 figures. And we have a guy that came out of nowhere named Robert Brown. I actually met Robert, and this is a great example. I met Robert at the San Diego event, and he was at the 20. I believe he might correct me, but I believe he was at the $25 level. The $25 level. I met him in San Diego at the $25 level. I honestly didn't even know he was on my team. I shook hands with him. We got a picture together, and then the next thing I know is he starts making sales. He starts making sales. Did you know, from San Diego today, he's actually Skyped me, and he made $8,200 in February. And he has a guy in his downline that has made $20,000. $20,000 in February. And this is a guy who was in San Diego just a few short months ago at the $25 level, didn't really know what to believe. You know, is this for real? Is this going to work? You know, am I wasting my money? And he came in, and he now is at a six-figure income, and he has a multiple six-figure income earner in his downline. Where can you find that in any industry, in any company? I've never had it, and I have 4 examples just right there of people making money. And you know, and we're getting people in this business every single day excited about this company, because look at this. We have, I'm looking at my thing, we have Montana, welcome to the team, Susan, Lavelle, Kristen, and Guillermo. They all just joined, $25. Okay, cool. Chris Hughes and Guillermo, can't even say his name, but he went on Inner Circle too. So we had 2 Inner Circles today. We had a 15K formula and an all-in. Susan McCorder went all in. So I just wanted to tell you guys, I'm proud of you for making that decision. I don't know how much money that is today, but that's a cool day. And to get, you know, seeing all the people getting started and how much money we're making, and then getting Skypes and emails of all the team members making money. And that's not even everybody, guys. A lot of people don't even tell me. I didn't know I had a $20,000 a month earner in February in my downline until someone Skyped me, until he actually Skyped me, and he's like, dude, my guy, he brought in like 200 people this month. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing. I didn't even know it. I mean, how cool is it to be in a business? You don't even know who's succeeding, and then they tell you, and you're like, whoa. You know, it's a shocker, and it's never happened for me, and you guys can let me know if it's ever happened to you guys on the panel.
I just really quick want to say, Mike, those people who had that success, you know why they made that type of income? Because they made a decision to get all in. And right now, I just feel that I'm not even going to speak to the people who aren't in yet. Because if you didn't get in already, and I say this all the time, you want to check your pulse. I'm only going to speak to the people who are in, made a decision to get started, and want to get all in. They want to bring their business to the next level. See that guy, Robert Cooper or Robert Brown? He's badass, man. Like, he has a personality. His personality is awesome. Like, you can never find that guy without a smile on. And you know what? That plays a part in it as well. And you know what? He made a decision to get all in. And that's why, see, the worst feeling in the world would have been if you were that guy, Robert Brown, and you had that guy underneath you or on your downline that did $20,000 in income, and you weren't all in. Because you know what happens when you aren't all in? You get a bunch of emails you don't like reading. And the emails say you just missed a $500 commission. You just missed a $1,000 commission. You just missed a $3,000 commission. Guys, you're costing yourself more money by not getting in. So if you're already in, which I expect you to be, go to your back office, click on the Inner Circle, click on the Costa Rica, the 15K, and the Masters course, and get all in. That's awesome to hear that. And like you said, Mike, there's so many people on the team that are having success, and that's awesome because we all uplift each other.
Absolutely, guys. I want to pop out here real quick and just share a story with everyone. You know, I'm talking to a person in the Hangout tonight that, you know, maybe financially, maybe you can float and you're okay. You're sitting at a pretty decent job. You were invited here. You're intrigued. You're curious about, you know, how is it that these people can take the internet, social media, YouTube videos, and a blog and some emails and make the kinds of income that you can. Well, to make a long story very, very short, you get positioned to have a $3,000 day is how that happens. You treat your business as a business before it's a real business. What Jabril was mentioning. You know, how many times have you guys heard on the panel that, you know, guys, I'm going to try it, I'm going to get in, and then when I see results, as if it's some lottery, you know, slot machine that's going to give you results all by itself, when I see results, then I'll, you know, upgrade, or then I'll put more effort in it. And, you know, from a guy with 10 years of full-time experience, guys, let me just tell you, your business needs leadership more on day one than it does when you're just gangster rolling like Justin Berengia. Justin can take a month off right now. He's got enough marketing out there. He's got assistants. He's got a traffic chocolate man. He's got all kinds of stuff working with him for him right now that his business is just going to roll, even without him, for a while, for a long while. But when it needed his leadership, when it needed his being emotionally all in, when it needed his undying, unwavering, can-do, some kind of unexplained, I'm going to say it, I don't care, I'm a Scorpio, when he needed to be angry at something enough, when that friction became so freaking strong inside of him, because he was cooped up in a little stupid little cubicle box, but he saw his future was a big, unlimited, unclosed, open box. That was his future that he was going to bed to every single night. But his reality at that moment was a little box. And I had a mentor that taught me this, and it shifted my mind something furious. And, you know, life is, sometimes people will put you in a box, corporate America. People will put you in a box, a job description. People will put you in a box and then stomp on the box while you're inside of it. A corporate layoff, like what got me angry about my friend. Here's why this business needs you, whether you think you need it or not. You know now that there's an option. You know now that you can offer something to somebody, because maybe you don't think you need it, but maybe you go watch a game or whatever on Friday, and your buddy's going to be there, not wanting to really, you know, come forth and buy you a beer or offer like usual, and you're going to get into a conversation, and maybe he just got a pink slip. And I don't know about you, but I've been trained to use all emotion that the universe gives me in a productive manner. And when stuff like that pisses me off, I use it productively, and I position myself to be in a situation where I have something to offer humanity to lift them up and say, man, you know what? That's about I was fixing to tell you that was about the worst thing you can be in, is cooped up in a little stupid cubicle box. I got something you need to do, and you got a little severance package, and I have an option for you now. Because 6 months ago, I decided to provide the leadership my business needed, and I went emotionally all in and financially all in, and I positioned myself with a solution that I can now offer you. When you're in a small box every night, and you see your future is this big, gigantic, futuristic box with no limits, and there's going to be a friction there because it doesn't reconcile. Your reality to today is not where you know you're going to be, but there's a friction there. You have to learn to productively use that friction and just let it heat up in your heart and your soul until the day that it gets so freaking hot, you get up off your ass and you make a decision and you position yourself somewhere and you learn a skill set that is here right now and can put you in an unlimited trajectory to a life that you never thought was possible. Not for yourself, because a lot of people say, I'm not in it for the money, I want to be a good person. How much bigger, badder, more generous of a person can you be? Justin, I know Justin's not a money guy to me. He's a bigger man than that. He's a huge spirit. He's a big soul. He wants to help humanity. How much more generous can you be earning 50 grand a month versus minimum wage flipping burgers, embarrassed that you're running to work? Guys, there's somebody on this hangout that is in that situation. And success leaves clues, number one. This is a big-ass clue right now. right? And the get-in is so easy. The get-in is $25 to check us out on the inside, and then you elevate yourself and you position yourself to have big, big days with 1 or 2 sales a day or a week, and you can offer that solution to somebody else and change people's lives that maybe get laid off like my buddy did. You know, thank God I got pissed off enough in my life that I stopped looking for excuses and stories and fake stuff to be la happy about. I didn't need any more belly rubs. I didn't need nobody to pat me on the butt and tell, oh, you did pretty good. You did pretty good. You didn't make a sale in real estate this week. You don't know where you're going to eat next week. But, you know, be happy. I understand gratitude. I wake up with gratitude every single day. But there's something to be said with using an energy to fuel you up to make decisions you wouldn't have made if you're too comfortable. You got to use that friction and let it explode your life into where you should be, where you're big enough to be, where we believe you need to be and beyond, and offer that to humanity, because that's what we are all about. And Justin is more than money. Jubril, he's more than money. Alex Zubroff over in New York, he's way more than money. If you think I'm about money, you don't know me. But we use it as a vehicle to help people and to elevate the states of our community, our churches, our environments, and you use whatever emotion is coming at you, baby. And right now is a time to make a decision. Position yourself to be able to help other people in a bigger way because you deserve it. And that's what I wanted to share, guys. It's sometimes you're just in a state in the world and the economy, the whole Politburo and the politics and everything around you, that if you don't think you need a solution like this now to help other people, where else are you going to go? You get that pink slip on Friday. Where are you going to go if you choose to not make the decision you know you got to make right now, tonight, right here, and plug into us, right? And then that pink slip hits you or a buddy of yours. The first thing you're going to remember is that little Mexican that was angry on a hangout that told your ass to get up off your ass and make a decision and get the skill set and treat your business as a big business from day one, because that's the day it needs you the most of all. So with that, guys, get in, man. This is easy. $25, get in, plug into us. We give you what to do. We give you the websites. We give you these hangouts. All you have to do is invite people. We tell you where they're at. There's a billion of them on Facebook. You know, I think that's enough for all of us. And we tell you exactly how to invite them here. I mean, what else? I don't know, man. I started in the old school, Justin. I don't know what else people might think right now that you need, but this is a gold mine. And I'm looking at a gold mine right now. Look at D. What's up, D? I'm gonna kick it back over to your king.
Yeah, Jabril just transformed into my wife D somehow.
He got beautiful all of a sudden.
But she just got home from the gym, so I'm gonna let her pop on real quick. Go ahead, baby.
Oh man, I am really excited to see everyone's face. Hey, Alex. Hey, Franco.
Hey, Jimmy.
Oh man. Hey, baby. Hey, Mike. Oh, hey, Anna.
Hey, girl.
Oh, hey, Rob. Ay. Hey, Troy. Oh my God, I love you guys so much. I'm just really excited to be on here. As Justin said, I just got from the gym, and I'm gonna keep it real with you because, you know, I kind of have to now that Anna's on, damn it. But basically, I didn't even want to go. I'm not even gonna lie. Like every day before I go to the gym, I literally have like 20 things that go through my mind on reasons why I can't go. My shoes, my feet are swollen. I can't go. You know, my head hurts. Oh no, I'm gonna sweat. Today's not a good day to sweat. Man, my muscles are already sore. Like I already worked out yesterday. I don't need to do it today. And I literally keep talking myself like out of it. And the other day, Anna said no. Anna said no. Every excuse that I gave her, she just kept coming at me. And it wasn't just her. It was every single person on this panel. You know, I have a group of people around me that not only can I make money with, yeah, I can make money with them, but they're also help supporting me in the business. So, I mean, this, like in life, you know, I can have a friendship with someone and tell them, you know what, I really need to do this, but I don't feel like it. And maybe that person's going to say, you know what, girl, let's have mimosas by the pool. I don't want to do it either. And yeah, I can call that person a friend, but I think a true friend, you know, someone that I can grow with, I can, you know, introduce them to my children. I can introduce them to my family. I can bring them to my home, into my heart. Is the people that I have here. That when I say, you know what, guys, I really don't feel like doing it, they're like, what? What'd you say? We don't understand that language. So I'm just really thankful for the community, the people. I really appreciate all of you. You guys don't really get to see all the wives behind these men, but they are badass. So stay tuned.
Cool, man. You just mute your mic there.
She's just badass. So Anna,
What's up? What's up?
it's so great to have some women jurors on our team, which we actually have quite a few. Just only happen to be a couple out tonight. I love that female energy. You got to bring it. You can hear me.
Yeah. So, I mean, listen, I mean, what I'm going to say is, first of all, I'm super thrilled that, you know, all of us are going to be in Chicago very soon. That's like, I'm dreading like in a reverse way. What's the opposite word for it? Like super excited for a Chicago event, and just meeting up with all y'all guys it's just a blessing from the skies, because you know we are so like-minded. We have same strategies for life, for the freedom to live our lives happy and free, without any hassle of that crazy matrix we were born into, doing 9 to 5 every single day. How dreadful is this? Every single day, you know, when my daughter first was born, you know, I came back to work, and you know, every single day, you know, I was doing the job, J-O-B, and just thinking in the back of my head, why do I have to sacrifice my life away from my kids when spending time with people that I can't even stand? They have some completely stupid mentality that I cannot share or agree with from the very beginning. You know, I mean, you know that, you know it, and it aggravated the hell out of me, especially Robert. You know how crazy it is to stay on a subway, New York City subway. You see so much crazy people, and you know that.
That's saying it in a nice way.
Yeah. I mean, you see the insanity every single day. For 40 minutes, you ride to Manhattan, and you see insanity. People are like, they are miserable going to jobs. They hate it, and you see it in their face. So the same thing with me. I used to hate being at that job. Used to hate staring at the people that I used to work closely with, and spent 8 hours of my life every single day, Monday through Friday, with people that I couldn't stand. Okay? Now I have been blessed, luckily, with Alex completely retired me, and he said, like, you know what? Screw the job hunting. Just be home and share your life with kids, which are actually the most precious thing in the whole entire world for me, because, you know, kids is something that, you know, every single day with young kids, every single day is different. Every single moment, every single smile they do, everything they do for you, with you, it's different, and it's precious, because those kind of moments is irreversible. And, you know, I know it's not kind of a guy thing to say, and I'm not a guy. I'm a mother, and I'm a lady, and I'm going to definitely relay this message to all the ladies out there, saying it to them. Support your husband, support your partner, support your significant other, and just let them be, and just be yourself. With Empower Network, honestly, I'm going to say it has been the company we've been searching all our life, and it gave us the opportunity of the freedom and happy life. That's just, you know, I'm truly honored for that. And, you know, the other thing I'm going to say, again, support, and just be happy, because, you know, I've been very happy lately. I'm truly honored. Yay, Megan, you're here, good girl. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna pass the mic to you right now, because I know you have a lot of things to say about what I was saying. You know, I know you have a lot of things to add to what I was saying, right, girl?
Oh my goodness, what is going on? Just one second.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, I was like, what is going on? I could hear Anna like, oh, wow, that was weird. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just had to come and say hi.
How you doing today?
Beautiful friend Dee and my beautiful friend Anna, so of course I want to say hi. How is everyone?
Everyone is good. You're looking great.
Thanks.
How's that working out every single day? You know, I've been working out for the past, almost 4 weeks now, not 4 days a week. That has been badass, guys. Honestly, I have so much energy. Like, I've never had it in my entire life. It has been the most amazing experience, Dee, right?
Okay.
I drink all the coffee now.
Yeah, no, I didn't stop drinking coffee. I didn't stop smoking. But you know what? I still work out every single day.
Every step at a time. I think that's what really gives us the freedom. You don't have to be constricted to do everything because we're forced to do it. I have to do this for 8 hours. Then I only can do this for 30 minutes, and I can only do this for 15 minutes. If I want to do it for 5 hours, well, then I'll do it for 5. And if I want to do it for 3 hours, well, then I'll do it for 3. And you can do it for anything that you want.
Nice. I guess I just wanted to also come on and say to all the other ladies out there, if I met you in Austin and got to talk to you, I was really excited to meet you guys. I got a lot of feedback from people as far as wanting to do some sort of like women's hangout. And so you guys kind of inspired me to think about some ideas for that. So I got some of the ladies together, and we put a group of ourselves together. So look for that information. It's going to be coming to you soon. So make sure you look for the link and get it on that, because it's going to be a lot of fun. I've been doing a lot of thinking about all of you ladies out there, and I've been doing a lot of praying and just like thinking about all of you guys and what we can do to unite together. So that's another reason I wanted to get on here, because I see, my friends Dee and Anna on here, and I'm so proud to be a part of the movement, and I'm so proud to have these people as friends, and I want more of you guys to feel like our family. So I am thinking of you, and yeah, I'm excited. I'm pumped.
You got Pammy really fired up, Megan. She told me last night, she goes, I'm going to be on Hangouts on Sundays.
That's right.
Only the ladies.
I've spoken the word yesterday to her, and she was extremely excited, super pumped,
Fired up.
And now, you'll see the change, and I'm actually extremely excited that she will be in Chicago with you, next to you. And
oh my goodness.
Which is really exciting, because I think, like, I relate to Pammy, and to be completely honest, you guys, I haven't even met Pammy, but I relate to her because she's not a face that you see a lot of yet. And I'm just starting to put my face out there and starting to say, hey, I support Adam, I support his friends, I support what we are doing, and I'm so excited that Pammy is coming on here, because not a lot of people know the woman behind Franco Gonzalez.
Oh man, there would be
a badass woman behind him.
there would be absolutely no business in my home business if it wasn't for that lady, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because she has two little faces that keeps her face really busy, so that I can do all the wild and crazy things that we do. But you know what? At the end of the day, we have two daughters now, 5 and 1. Samira's 1 year old, and Valerie just started kindergarten. They have never seen they don't know what daycare center means, and to a lot of people that'll mean a lot. They don't know what it means to get up super early, not because they have to go to school, but because the parents have to get up and get in that commute, that horrible commute that they don't want to be on. And then your kids, they don't even sleep biologically what they need, because they're up and they're getting ready. You throw them in a car and take them to daycare center and pop them off there all day long. And then they shuffle from school back to daycare, right? And then you show up at 6:30 or 7 o'clock. They're tired. You don't know how they've eaten. You don't know how they've treated your children. You really don't know if maybe they had a bad day, they got grumpy and started crying, they just slam them in a room or whatever for a while. You know what I'm saying? So just that is a blessing in and of itself. But yeah, you don't see her face around. She pops around Facebook and this and that. what you'll find out is, like all of the ladies on our team, man, we've got some powerful, powerful feminine power coming out here. And if it wasn't for them, you know, Mike was sharing his story earlier. I mean, even during childbirth, you know, they're just doing their thing so that we can be under some kind of internet home business spotlight, you know, doing enough to be productive and feed our family. So it definitely is, it's a team game, man. This is a team sport, and more power to all the ladies. You guys do way more than driving traffic and converting sales. People, it's not hard compared to what our ladies do with our children and everything else that goes with it. It's 24 hours nonstop, and I get to see it because I'm a stay-at-home dad. So yeah, man, kick it back to you guys. I'm already loving the Sunday hangouts with Feminine Power on Prosperity Team. I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm really excited. I'm more excited because it's just going to give us a chance to hang out together. And then I love that. So.
Imagine this, though. Like, wherever we are, our spouse is going to bring us to, like, the next level. So if you have a spouse and you're watching this hangout, just think of how much more power you're putting into your business if you have two people on the same page. Like, I'm excited that Allie's going to be on the, you know, like she was on the Hangouts, and she's going to be, I told her, I was like, that is so awesome. Now our conversation throughout the day is going to be like, how many master's courses did you get? Well, I got 2. How many, you know, and it becomes fun because it's a little competition that you can kind of have fun with your spouse. And we used to do that because she did medical billing, and, you know, she would bring in a certain percentage from all the doctors, and they brought in like crazy, you know, crazy money, like 50, 60,000 a month. And, you know, we would compete. You know, and I'd be like, well, I made this much. What'd you do? And it's all fun and games, but I think it's so powerful. Like, Alex Z's income is going to double part-time now. I think that's so badass. And everyone else's, you know, so.
You know, that's such a powerful point. We have someone right here that can speak directly to that. Justin and Dee, would you share with us a little bit of your journey? Because people tend to think sometimes that it's peaches and cream and it's just all flowers and rainbows when you're a couple in this industry going through the journey, going through the struggle in the wrong vehicles with the wrong people. I know, I feel it, man. I've been there. Give us a little bit of your journey as a couple, and then let us know what happened in your life when you really bonded, and it was like both of you became one, and you just I mean, there was an explosion.
Mm-hmm. We really, you know, we started out in this industry, Justin Berengia, JB Joint Ventures. We started off from joint ventures. That's actually how I met Franco. That's how I met Jabril. That's how I later met Hobbs and Adam Whiting. Like, all of those, most of the relationships that I know personally are from joint ventures. So when I first started online with Justin, I mean, when you talk about old school, we're old school. And one of the techniques that people started to get to know us by was calling up radio stations. So Justin and I would literally, he had like, I don't know, something ridiculous. It was like a 50-inch TV screen and like a $2,000 house in Florida, and I was on the other side on my laptop, you know, dialing away. So he would pick a state, and then I would pick a state, and we would just start dialing and making joint ventures with these radio stations. So this is how I started. And at this time, we were really bonded because, you know, we had that healthy competition that you and Rob were talking about. So we were really able to dive into the business. But then something happens. And you guys, I mean, you guys on the panel, you guys know me. I'm just going to speak honestly and openly because you guys are my friends, you're my family. This is what I know. So something happened to me, and I watched Justin like, shit. The thing, it still hits home because, you know, this success is just new success for us. So I don't want you to think that I've been sitting on this boat, you know, in this lovely penthouse, you know, for like 10 years. No, this is like just this year this stuff happened. So when I'm talking to you, it's still here. It's still in my heart. So Justin, you know, was still building the businesses, doing everything like that. And I just started watching him because I was listening to him corresponding with people. And I would ask him, hey, you know, let's go out to lunch with me, mommy, my sister. You know, let's go have lunch. And he would say, no, I can't go. But you can go have fun, okay? And then time went on, and we weren't really making that much. And the same person that he had to sacrifice spending time with me is the same person that quit 2 weeks later, that quit 1 month later. And then not only quit, but then blame their non-success on my husband, who busted his ass and sacrificed his time for that person. So I watched that. Then I watched my husband, a person that if you tell him 1 through 10 what to do, this is what he will do. And I watched company after company tell him, you know what, bust your ass. Do whatever you have to do to get to this position, and we promise you, you are locked in for life. And we thought, my God, locked in for life. Like, they can't change it on us. Like, this is some great shit. Yeah, it was shit all right. Because 2 months later, they were on a webinar talking about, well, that position that we promised you. And, I mean, to be honest, I watched this happen not with 1 company, not with 2 companies, not with 3 companies in the span of 9 years. I've been with Justin going on 10 years now. So I've been watching this pattern. It got me disgusted with the industry, with the people, the business model. Just the idea of it literally sickened me. So fast forward a little bit. We go to Atlanta. I sit in the back like I know everything because, you know, I've been watching our failure for the past 9 years. So I'm like, whatever, let me sit in the back. And I start watching people, like, I mean, people of all races, sexes, ages, people who can speak English clearly, some people who can't, some people who speak, I need a translator by me. Like, I'm just being real. And I watched people from all different parts of the world. A guy I met from Hong Kong came to Atlanta. I was like, what the hell does he see? So I really had to just stop myself and look back and say, really, what the hell do these people see? Needless to say, 3 days later at the end of the event, my ass is not in the front, you know, like sitting in a chair. Oh no, I don't have time for chairs. I'm on the floor, sitting cross-legged, listening to every single word. And I'm like waiting for them to stop talking so I can run upstairs and get my credit card so I can sign up personally.
Nice.
And you know, this transition, I want you guys to watch it. It wasn't because of the money, because when I made that transition, Justin was still broke. Like, I want you guys to get this very clear in your mind. It wasn't money that did it. It was literally the energy, the shift in the consciousness. Because I was watching my husband connect with people who wanted the success for themselves just as bad as he wanted it for them. I was watching him connect with other leaders like Adam, like Rob, like Troy, like, oh my God, like everyone, like Franco, like Alex. And I'm sitting here watching him connect with these people who encourage him daily, who are sending him messages like Jabril, who's like, hey, did you shoot that video yet? Oh shit, yeah, man, I did. Oh yeah, did you get that hangout info? Oh yeah. And I'm watching him do that, and it's literally building me up instead of watching him on the phone talking to prospects about why they need to put action into their own businesses. So when I watched this transition, it literally changed the man. It changed him. It changed the things that I was, you know, allowed to do. All of a sudden, you know, I want to go to the gym, and it's, no, baby, we can't afford that gym. It's all right, baby, go ahead, choose your gym. Don't you want to know how much it is? No, that doesn't. Just choose your gym. Are you sure? Like, this is a whole new life, a whole new experience to, you know, to first walk into a store and my experience is, oh, okay, I gotta go to the clearance section. I gotta make sure that it's, you know, at least 40% off, 50% off, or I can't buy shit in here. And all of a sudden to, I just like that color. It's a freeing, almost like a, I can't explain it to you. I really can't. It's something you have to experience, because it doesn't matter how many pictures you see of us, how many videos you see of us, you will never, ever understand the transition from my struggle to now until you get out of your own struggle. So really the point of my whole
open loop
story, keep doing what to do so that you can get to your glory, so that you can get and have your story. Because the way that I feel right now, if you would have asked me 6 months ago, if you would have asked me 9 months ago, I would have been like, bullshit. You know, I just saw an email from Dave Wood that said that we were on track to make literally, I can't even say it out loud because I thought people don't even make that in like a year. Like I've never even made that in a year, let alone to have someone.
You can say it, baby. 100.
Like, I can't.
100. He said, Justin,
shaking.
next month we
I'm
can get you to
shaking.
make $100,000, and that's what he said. So.
I'm shaking
A month.
right now. Do you
Exactly.
know how many people that helps? Do you know how many food that is? Like, I don't know, there's like this garage that, you know, is standing up with like this brick of wood. Like, there's so many things that you can do. Fuck a charity. I can just go to the country and help them with that type of money. Like, ugh. I'm ready, guys. I'm ready. So, I'm sorry. I'm really excited. I'm really excited. Just get here. Get to where we're at. Get here.
And I love you, baby. I appreciate you so
I love
much.
you.
I want to bring out Hobbs before we end here.
I love you too.
Hobbs, come out here and tell us some of the benefits of joining the team, because there's so much that we just recently put in place. I know you guys invested over $30,000 in this new system, and I want to let the people know what they get when they lock arms with us.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, and I just want to just quickly say, you know, I appreciate the women leaders, you know, stepping up and coming into the team, because that actually is another benefit that you get on our team, because they're going to come out on Sundays and they're going to inspire women. You know, my wife is actually considering, you know, we usually go out on Sunday like with the family, and we're never really home on Sunday, but she's actually considering coming on that too, because you know every now and then, because here's the thing, she's been silently like a silent partner. You know, a lot of the technical stuff, a lot of the little things that you guys see me do, you know, my wife is actually behind the scenes. Even though she's taking care of kids and things like that, she does some things for me, and we work as a team. And you know why we do that? Not because I want her to work, because she just wants to help. You know, so if instead of putting the video up, she's like, oh, I'll do that. You know, she's just the best helper, the best supported person in my life, and I am truly thankful for my wife and the support that she's given me, and how much, you know, she believed in me as I was going through this. And that's important, because, you know, I actually was in a marriage where my wife didn't believe in me, and it was very devastating. So what I would suggest you do, if you have a spouse, a negative spouse or whatever, get them involved. Because when I had another chance to do it again, I actually, you know, got to her and I was like, you know what? I'm going to see if she, you know, she's supportive. I'm going to see, you know, I'm going to involve her this time. Because my previous marriage, you know, I was just like, oh, I'll do it all. Don't worry about it. Right? Never involved her. And guess what? She was always negative. But I involved my spouse in the business, and it was amazing. The results that I've been able to have are amazing because I have that support in the home. You should involve your kids, involve your spouse, involve everyone in your family. Make this an empowered family. That's why I love the name Empower Network. But what do you get on the team, guys? What do you get? It's priceless stuff, guys. Because not only do you get, you know, women leadership coming together, doing hangouts. You get this hangout. Yeah. You get this hangout. You can put your username at the top of the link. And we actually have a programmer that just came in on the team who created an application in Facebook. I actually sent an email out just right before the hangout, and some of you are probably watching this hangout in Facebook. How cool is that? You're probably watching this. If you're watching this in Facebook, comment below, because that is another tool that you get. That's another tool that you get on the Prosperity team. And as I'm going through just a couple other things that you get on the team, I want you to click the button below, because it's actually going to pull up the page, and it's going to list a whole bunch of stuff that you get on the team. So just open that page up right now while I go through this. But here's another key point. You know, I'm not going to go through everything, because we would be here probably another hour if we went through everything that you get on the team, especially since we aligned and we mastered. You know, see all these leadership right here? They all have their own type of training, their own different skills, their own little things they bring to the table, and we connected and we aligned. And this is not all the leadership. We have a whole bunch of other leaders that we couldn't bring on to this hangout, because this hangout will only take 10 people, and if you have more than 6 on a hangout, it's going to be like probably a 4-hour hangout. at least. So, you know, we do about 6 people a week, but so we're going to bring out a whole bunch of other leaders. But here's the greatest thing. We hold multiple masterminds in a day. Multiple. You know, we have the great Paul Hutchings, who holds a morning mindset call. And honestly, the reason we really recommend that mindset call, and a lot of people are like, man, you have your daily mastermind that you do. Why are you recommending this morning mindset call? Well, you want to know why? Because my income fluctuated like, you know, just bombs. It go up, bomb, because I wasn't doing personal development every day. I wasn't working on my mindset every day. You know, I would work on it just enough to make a $7,000 a month, and then it wasn't good enough to stay there. It wasn't good enough to stay there. So then when I started doing mindset every single day, and the easiest way for me to do it, because I'm not the greatest person just sit down and read, because I don't know what it is. I start thinking. I don't know. Does anyone else do this? You start thinking about.
We know what it is, Mike. We know exactly what it is.
I think it's called like ADDD.
Yeah. Like I'll be reading, and then I'll think of like 20 things while I'm reading. I'm actually reading though, and then I like get through the page, and I'm like, what did I just read? I'm like, what the heck? But when I listen to audio,
it's a crazy syndrome. Like in here, it's called being an entrepreneur.
Yeah. So when I listen to audios, that's just me though. You know, some people can read and remember everything. I personally like audios because I don't go off in space as much on audios and videos and things like that. But you know, videos, yeah, sometimes anything visual, I think I go off on in space. But anyway, we get that. You know, that powerful thing in our team, and we do a daily mastermind, the mindset call. That's for the mindset. Then in the afternoon, so 12 noon Eastern time, we decided, you know, hey, we have 8 core commitments, guys. There's a 3-step there's a process to make money, and there's a formula to make money here. All right, and it's called the 8 core commitments. Okay, the 8 core commitments. You have to know these by heart. You have to know every single commitment, otherwise you won't make money in anything. I don't care what business you're in, if you don't have core commitments to follow every single day, and the 4 daily commitments that we follow, now there's other ones, you know, there's the Empower call every week, there's the get to the event, obviously you want to activate your payment system, all that good stuff, but there's and new member coaching, but there's 4 of them that are daily, and this is what we cover on my daily mastermind, and this is why we're having such great success on the team, because here's the deal. We did a video challenge the other day, part of that assignment. It was 21 days ago, and in 21 days, I didn't look at the final numbers, but we have close to 700 videos done within the Prosperity team. There's no possible way. If I tried to watch every one of those videos, I would be online all day and night for probably weeks. That is how freaking cool the Prosperity team is, and the community that we have. We challenge each other. You know, we want you to do a video a day. You know why I got that idea? Because I heard David Wood tell us to do a video every day. He told us to do a video every day. So what did I do? I heard Franco start a 21-day challenge. That's where I got the 21-day number. And then I heard Franco say do a video every day. So I just said, okay, why don't we do a 21-day video challenge for the Prosperity team, which you are a part of when you click the link and you join our team. You are a part of that. Someone invited you here. You are a part of this team. You are a part of this movement. This is not my team. This is not Robert's team. This is not Franco's team. This is your team. This is all of our team. This is a community of people that are coming together to prosper you, to help you prosper. You know, our prosperity prospers millions of people, and their prosperity prospers us. That's our motto on this team, because it's true. And we hold that daily mastermind to help you get to that 10K a month mark as quickly as humanly possible. And at that point, you just go to the master's training and learn how to go from 10 to 30. And then you learn how to go to 30 to 100. Then you learn how to go from 100 to 250. But that's all done. That's all taught in the master's course. Our job is to get you to that master's course, get you to the point where you're making money every single day. We give you copy and paste content. There's no excuses. Honestly, if you tell me that you can't succeed on this team, it's because you're not plugging in. You don't even know about the daily mastermind. and you just don't want to do it. You just don't want to succeed. You just don't believe that you can succeed on this team. And that's just a little bit of what we have. We have a system coming out that's going to give you all the capture pages, give you all the sales pages, front-end funnels from leadership on our team. People who are making over $20,000 in Empower will be able to create custom front-end funnels for Empower. Now, it's not going to sell anything else. It's going to basically be their story that you can leverage and to get people to take action in Empower. Because you know what? People relate to me different than they'll relate to Robert. People relate to Franco different than they'll relate to, you know, the SEO Jesus. You know, people will relate to Aki more than, you know, they'll relate to John and Rose. You know, there's a whole bunch of different personalities in leadership within this community that you're going to be able to leverage their stories in an automated way. It's not going to be distracting. We're going to give you the exact steps that you need to do. We give you the exact training. When you click the link below, you'll see exactly what we give you. There's no excuse to not be in this team. Just join the team. $25. Then get all in, because you're actually going to miss out on a lot of higher level training and higher level coaching if you're not all in. Because there's, I mean, we have, like I said, we have a $500 bonus. There's actually at the $500 level, we have an unannounced bonus that we're giving that's literally worth $10,000 just at that level alone. If you're not at the Costa Rica, just get it right now. And we'll announce that here next week. And you just, bottom line, join the team. Join the team. There's nothing you should be waiting for right now. There's nothing you should be waiting for right now. So join the team, and we'll see you on the inside. Back to you, Justin.
Well said, brother. We're actually at the top of the hour. If anyone wants to share a final message before we head out here, but we like to try to keep these 2 hours, and we just hit 10 o'clock.
Hey guys, real quick. Just wanted to add one more thing. Don't hide behind the website. Okay, as good as the system is, people that around you, they're watching you. They're getting in. So I just want to give a quick introduction to my friend, my neighbor, Boris, who happened to see my label on the car about Empower Network, and he just got all in. So, hey guys, hey Boris.
Introduce yourself, go for it.
Just say something.
Hey guys, how are you? Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak, and thank you, Alex and Anna, for allowing me to be part of this hangout. It's absolutely awesome. The information on these hangouts alone, and I'm a newbie. I just joined. I just went all in maybe a week ago or something like that. So I have, I'm just sucking as much information as possible. But I just wanted to quickly share a little story. I actually am part-time, just like Alex, because I run a full-time business. And the information that I've gotten out of the Empower so far, and it's been actually amazing, I've applied to my offline business. So this is not only something that you can do online with Empower, which is just, that alone is priceless. The value is just amazing. But the offline strategies that I came out with after listening to the courses that just exploded in my head, the funnels that I've put together for my offline business to bring in the new ideas and new income and new clients have been absolutely amazing. So I'm just amazed with the information that I've gotten so far. There's absolutely no words. I'm on every single hangout. I'm trying to listen and read as much as possible. It's just been absolutely priceless. I've actually tried or dabbled, I should say, in internet marketing world for about maybe 4 years on and off, like on the side. Probably bought every course under the sun. Very ashamed to say that I probably spent over $50,000 on various courses and have gotten about zero out of it, literally, not a penny, nothing. It's been pretty horrible. So when I joined this, it was definitely with hesitation, because I thought, well, this is just another program. But after hearing some things, listening to the hangouts, listening to the real people that tell the stories that are absolutely mind-blowing, I went all in, and not only did I not regret it, I am still jumping up and down a week and a half later in excitement, because it's just been immensely unbelievable. And to be completely honest, the idea of having an income which frees you from being related to or thinking about the idea of making money or being dependent on it is absolutely awesome. I actually been at that level a while ago. I was making in my offline business, something like $30,000-$40,000. I know how that feels. I'm not making it now, but I know the feeling, the freedom. But to be completely and utterly honest, the value that I've gotten on a spiritual side, if you will, from everything that I have heard, listened, read so far is nothing less of just priceless. I mean, there's no price tag on this, not even close. I mean, it's unbelievable. And that, to me, is unlike any other program out there that I've ever seen, been part of, or anything of that nature. I mean, it's nothing close to anything out there, only because of this alone. Now add community to this, the fact that everybody is there to help you, and all they want is for you to succeed, because when you succeed, everybody succeeds. So how's that for different and utterly different program? I don't know about you, I've never seen anything like this. So I mean, I don't want to take too much of my time, of your time. It's been an honor to participate in this hangout, to be a part of this. I am absolutely psyched about getting to Chicago. This is going to be my main first event, and I don't even know what to expect, to be honest, but it's just been great so far. I just wanted to share that with you guys, and thank you again. Thank you guys, and thank you, Alex and Anna, for allowing me to speak to you. All right, back to you, Justin. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, really appreciate that testimonial. Thank you, Alex and Anna, for allowing him to share his experience working with you guys and working with our team. And I agree with him, like, getting to Chicago is the most important thing that you can do in your life right now. I remember going back about 9 months ago before I went to my first event, and I was still struggling back then. Like, when my wife shares some of the struggles we've gone through, it's all true, it's all authentic, it's all from the heart. But then we stretched, actually. We didn't have much money to do it, but Dave said we needed to do it if we cared enough about our family. And I was like a dog. All of a sudden, my head went sideways, and I really thought about that for a few minutes. And I said, you know what, baby? Talking to my wife, we need to just get to the event. I have faith in what Dave is sharing, because I saw the heart. I saw the hearts of the Daves, and I knew what they were doing was something special, because it touches my heart, and I just resonate with that the same way you're resonating with this message and this hangout tonight. So I decided to basically do something I'm not normally comfortable with, which is getting out of my shell, taking an airplane from Costa Rica to Atlanta, Georgia, and here's what happened. 30 days after the event, I went from struggling to having my first $26,000 month, and I could accredit it to getting around other successful people that already had what it is that I wanted, because the fastest shortcut to success is just surrounding yourself around successful people. And Robert Mercado will tell you, you put somebody in a winning environment, they become a winner. You put someone in an environment where people are mental slaves, and they're telling you you can't do this and why you can't do that because they're poor, and they're telling you their life story on how shitty their life is. I don't want to be around that. I relate to Anna. I can't be around people like that. I'll go crazy. I'd rather become a monk and go meditate the rest of my life, just not to hear people like that. You know what I mean? But when you surround yourself around a winning environment, it's very easy to become a winner. And that's the moral of getting to an event. And that's why we have so many success stories, so many people that have never had success before get to our events, and they are a totally different person. You can see I'm a different person from the time of the last event, and every single leader on this panel, we're different. We're not the same people we were 3 months ago. We're reborn every 3 months at an Empower Network event. So you just got to get there and bring your spouse there. I brought my spouse, Dee, to that event, and originally she was just going to go visit her mom because she didn't want nothing to do with it. But I kind of had to tell her on a heart, just deep level, kind of teary-eyed, and just express the truth and tell her, if you support me in this, and I believe in this, we can accomplish anything if you just support me in this. And I just made it apparent how important her support was to me. And I said, if you support me, I find it I won't ever give up on you. I won't ever give up on my dream, just like my homie Jabril. I'd rather die than not get what I want in life, which is just freedom. I just want to set my people free. I think we've been enslaved for a little too long. I want to help people unfree from the matrix, because I just feel that, you know, the hand that we were dealt from society is fucked up. And I just want to show people a better way. And I don't care to risk my life to do that. I will do that until my people become free. And that's what the Empower Network is about, freeing our people from the bondage they were born into, because you're better than that. We're better than that. And anything you set your mind to, you can achieve anything. You know, the law of attraction is real. You just really got to believe in yourself. But as soon as you can put that passion inside you and say, no matter what circumstances I'm dealt in life, because I know I'm going to have challenges. I know the closer I get to success, the more bullshit will get in the way. That's just how it is. It's like the universe is testing you to see if you're worthy of the success that you want. And if you're not worthy, you keep repeating the same vicious cycle. It's called karma, and the same life lessons appear over and over and over until you start to figure this out. And we figured this out, and we're showing you the way. Come lock arms with us. I don't know if anyone else wants to hop out here before we say goodbye.
Get free, get in. It's a worthy cause. Get in, get free, and then free other people. It's very simple for me. Get your own freedom in the bank. Get your own freedom, and then free others. Because we can't free anybody else. We can't be as generous as we want. We can't help the world as much as we want. We can't build water wells. We can't donate $10,000 to the local school so it goes to buying more books, because that's what freed my mind. It freed my life. You can't do that if you're earning minimum wage, stressed out, overweight, dying of, you know, heart disease and diabetes and all this stuff. And it is real. Our issues are real. But it's one thing to put them as victimhood, as these things happening to you. It's quite another thing knowing that there's an option to get the hell out of that, and knowing that it's there, and it's just a new skill set. It's just teaching an old dog a couple of new tricks, and we're always learning, unlearning, and relearning, and that is the new normal. You just got to make a decision. Get with people that care about that energy, that kind of humanity, and then get into a vehicle that you can use to free other people. And that's what it's all about. It's just freedom, man. It's freedom. That's all it's about.
Love you guys.
Yeah, I don't have nothing to add to that. I appreciate each and every leader here, and I appreciate everyone taking the time out to invest your time into hanging out with us. And like I said, if you just hang around successful people and you stop hanging around people you don't want to be like in your life will start to change. There's nothing, it is magical, but there's nothing mysterious. It is mysterious, but that's just how the universe works. We're in a mysterious world. This is a mysterious life. I wake up every morning just so great, sometimes in the afternoon actually, but just so grateful to be here, because I start to think about all my idols growing up, all the people I love, all the freedom fighters, you know, people like Jimi Hendrix, people like Tupac Shakur, people like Michael Jackson, people like Whitney Houston. I love these people. I love these spirits. They're not here. You're so blessed to be here.
Bob Marley, baby.
Right now, something they don't have, and it's a life. So take advantage of anything. You can move mountains if you surround yourself around people that believe they can move mountains, because I hang around with superheroes like the SEO Jesus here, and we just levitate. Why? Because we believe we can, and one day we're going to fly, because we can believe right now, before we can fly, that we're destined to fly. You know, so just spread your wings, come fly with us, and let's live an abundant life of prosperity. I appreciate each and every one. Love and light, my friends. See you next week.
Love you guys.
Get freedom, get money. See you guys.
Make a decision.